Get 'em.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Breakfast with Bros. It's your guy Gene,
You already know this, Joel.
and as you can see, like I told you guys last episode,
Yep.
we are in another studio.
Man,
Shout out to I Daydream Studio out here in my new hometown of Connecticut. What you think about it, Joel?
from the moment that we walk in this building, man, fell in love, bro. So this looking like a vibe right now.
I think we might have something to work with here.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
guys, listen, normally I cue the intro by now. You see the intro, but we're gonna have a new intro. We got a couple of new things.
Yeah,
Same old faces,
facts,
right?
facts,
Got our
facts.
boy Edwin here in the building with us, holding it down. Shout out
Most
to
definitely.
Edwin,
Yep.
aka the E.
The
That's
E,
right,
the
the E.
capital E.
If you need an engineer, if you need beats, I'm gonna make sure I get his social so I can put that down in this
Yeah,
description as well.
he a beast, man. That listening session was dope.
So before we get into it,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's why I got water because we probably gonna. It is a podcast, so we do a lot of talking, right? But
Yeah.
I'm gonna need the water for today. How was your week, man?
Man, my week was good, bro. It was very productive. Just came off a nice pop-up shop in the
Yes,
Queens.
yes,
The
yes.
Queens takeover. It was really dope. Got a lot of love there. We released the
Redemption
spring
brand.
merch,
Yep,
the redemptionbrand.com. You already know.
yep.
I'm redemption out always, all day, every day.
Always,
How about you,
always.
man? What's
Every
going on in the land of Jeanette Six, man? I seen you doing big things out there.
yeah,
You made it
expand.
out the country too, bro.
Yeah, we're in the UK a little bit now.
Woo! Give it up for my man one time, one time, one time, one time, one
Had
time.
actually had some talks today. Gonna
Yeah.
send some things out there for the women's flag football team. That's right. So for all the women we got watch, this is a man's podcast.
Facts,
But
it
we
is.
always have our sisters on here and other
Yeah,
young ladies that
yeah.
we
We
vibe
love
with.
our queens. You already know.
Right. And I'm excited, man.
Me
I'm
too.
excited.
Me too. The future is very bright, man. And this week, man, I couldn't help but to think, man, I fasted and prayed for the season that's going
Right.
on in my life right
Oh,
now. So I'm really enjoying, reaping the benefits of the seeds that was planted.
but it's like Denzel told Will. When you're extra highest, that's when the devil comes to attack you.
Man, what's going on, man? What's going on with that boy,
Well,
man?
listen, we hope you're all well. If you haven't by now, like, comment, share, subscribe. That's
Yeah.
all free. And yeah, let's just jump into it. There's no need to really play around with it
Mm-hmm.
anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Did you what first off, let me ask you,
Yeah.
did you watch the Oscars or did you see this on Instagram?
Yo, I saw this when you sent it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I was the bearer of the joke.
yeah. I mean, I wasn't watching the Oscars,
Me
man. I was,
neither.
yeah,
I was I was watching actually. I was watching Netflix. There's this movie Black Crab, I think that's new or whatever.
Oh,
That
I
I was
gotta check
trying
that
to
out. How's
watch.
that?
I don't know because once that happened, I forgot everything that happened in the movie. There's a lot to unpack here, man.
Yeah,
So if you've been under a rock somewhere, or if you took like a hiatus from social media,
yeah.
Sunday night was the Oscars. It had a lot of amazing things happen. Right before we dig into this, what I want to say is that Samuel Jackson got the Oscar.
Oh, congratulations to him too. Was that his first?
Yes, it was.
Ooh, congratulations
It
to the
was like
big
the it
dog.
was like the honorary one, but
Yeah,
still, it counts.
yeah. Of
All
course.
right.
An Oscar's an Oscar.
Questlove got it for a documentary.
Oh wow, that's
And
dope.
Questlove is
Shout out
is
to
is
Quest.
known as a drummer, but he did
Oh yeah.
that, right? Some amazing things. I believe it was the first time we had multiple minority female hosts as well,
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
presenters.
yeah. Shout out to them. Yeah.
So I want to make sure we talk about all of those great things
Mm-hmm.
because unfortunately Chris Rock was up there to present that award
Mm-hmm.
for Questlove, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And whenever they go up there, they have their little bit where they tell jokes or they
yeah,
just
yeah,
whatever, right?
yeah, yeah.
Now Will Smith
Mm-hmm.
and Jada Pinkett Smith,
Yeah.
because she's hyphenated, but we're gonna leave that alone.
Okay.
She well, they were sitting in the front,
Uh.
and Chris Rock was telling a couple of jokes, right? He was talking about Will, how I forgot he said this other gentleman was like, please, I hope that Will Smith wins the award. And
Mm-hmm.
Will and Jada both laughing.
Yeah, yeah,
And then he looks over at Jada,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Chris Rock.
yeah.
He says, Jada, love you.
Uh-huh.
Can't wait to see G.I. Jane 2.
Yeah.
Everyone laughed, including Will Smith.
Yes.
Now, if you watch it,
Mm.
you see that Jada
Yeah.
immediately has
Immediately.
a frown on her face
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
rolls her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
The camera cuts back to Chris Rock,
Yeah.
and then what happens from there?
Oh,
I
man.
mean, I know they've seen it,
Listen,
but you gotta tell them just in case they're listening. We need to paint this picture if they're not watching us.
man. Listen, when it pins back to him, holy cow! I think that's where everything went
You
down.
you you struggling telling the story. Let me jump back in.
Listen,
So when the camera pains back, Chris
I'm
Rock
still
is like,
laughing at all this,
Chris
man.
Rock is like, what? That was a nice one, right? I got it right. He said something like that, and then he goes, uh-oh, because Will Smith is walking up on stage,
Yeah.
and then all I know is Will Smith said, "What did the five finger say to the face?" and smacked him.
Nah, but I think before he did that though, he started yelling, right?
No, that was after.
Oh, that was after.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
So he walks off the
Bro, the way
off
he
the.
walked on the stage though,
Well, he
it
walked
looked like
like
it was a joke though.
Well,
To
he
be honest
walked
with
like
you,
he was in his movie role in Wild Wild West, like Jim West. If you go look at that
yo,
and put them side by side, that's how
I
he
have to
looked.
say the internet is undefeated. The
Undefeated.
moment something's happened, bro,
Hmm.
within 30 seconds, the amount of memes that went out. But
Listen.
honestly, the way Will was walking on the stage,
Hmm.
it looked like it was something that they talked about before the show. You know,
Yeah.
it looked like it was planned. It
Well,
really did.
well, if you look, there's a couple of people that believe it still was fixed. They got graphics and they're pointing here and there
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and saying Chris Rock race for impact. But we'll get there, right?
yeah.
So he slaps him. He goes sit back in the seat. Chris Rock is like, "Wow, Will Smith just
Just
slapped
smacked
the
the.
on national TV."
Uh-huh.
And Will Smith says,
See,
"Keep my
my.
keep name out your
Mm-hmm.
mouth."
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And Chris Rock was like, "What is a GI Jane joke?" And then Will Smith yells
But
it
see,
again.
that's the thing, bro. I get smacked on national TV, bro. This is what I'm saying. This I
Shout
get
out.
it why some people may feel that this was a staged thing
Hmm.
because my man gets smacked and immediately continues because I got a job to do.
Well, he was flustered.
He, you
He
know,
was flustered, and
he's like, wow,
he was a professional through and through.
bro,
If it
that's
was staged, most definitely professional, because here we are debating on it being real. And if it
I
was
don't know,
real,
man.
he was a professional because he didn't react
Nah,
in a way that
the
a
Brooklyn didn't come out of
typical,
him, man.
yeah, typical. I don't even want to say typical man. I say typical person after they get slapped in the face, right?
Listen,
So, all right, let's unpack this, right? For
mm,
those of you that don't know or say you didn't know, Jada Pinkett Smith has alopecia. Now, alopecia is not a terminal disease. It comes from when you've been stressing and you have a lot of stress in your mouth, you in your life. Sorry, I said mouth. I'm thinking about the other stuff she indulged in. But anyway,
woo! It's not even August yet. That's crazy.
anyway, that was a Freudian slip. It's when you stress, right? So you wake up, you start losing your hair, it's a
Of
condition, whatever.
course.
So it wasn't really a choice for her to shave her head.
Oh, I didn't even
Now,
know that.
right. All right, that's great.
Yeah, I
That
didn't
gives
even know
us
that.
multiple perspectives.
Yeah, yeah.
So first, let's talk about the slap. How do you feel about the slap?
Bro, I'm sorry, man, but to me, I feel that that was a weak move at that
Hmm.
moment in that time. Listen, not to say that Will does not have the right to feel bothered
Hmm.
if he felt bothered
Right.
for himself, not because he saw his wife's reaction, but even if he felt bothered because of the wife's reaction,
Hmm.
right? This is something that you handle, or maybe you have a conversation, privately.
Right.
Maybe at intermission,
Well.
backstage, the after party, right then and there in live TV. It made you look really weak. And let me only say this: the reason why it makes him look really weak for me, in my opinion,
Hmm.
was the simple fact that I don't believe he was truly upset with Chris Rock.
He was not upset with Chris Rock,
Nah,
and
I don't
I'll
believe so.
say this right because I think for those of you that are my Facebook friends and you don't take the time to comprehend a status, you just read the part that you don't like. Let me explain this to you on camera. All right. I said that y'all not gonna convince me,
Hmm.
and you still not.
Hmm.
That if you're out somewhere
Yeah.
with your significant other
Hmm.
and people know that they made something that's sensitive about public and that they struggle with it,
Yeah.
and someone jokes on it and they become the butt of the joke, you cannot tell me that you're not going to be offended. That is what I said. And then I proceeded,
Hmm.
space, space, space. Will is still wrong, of course. Do you guys understand me now?
Yeah, but
Like,
yeah, I guess
Like
I see, you know, with people, no
like
matter that they don't agree with one part,
yeah,
forget
you
about
can't
the rest of the thing.
like listen, right? What Will
Yeah,
did was illegal. So yes, it was wrong if you guys want to be really technical, right?
yeah.
And
And he
on
lucky Chris ain't, you know, press
yeah.
charges. You
And
know what I'm saying?
like
Cause
even on a moral standpoint, being
yeah,
a husband, even
yeah,
defending your wife,
yeah.
I agree there's time and place, right? But
Yes.
guess what? I understand how and why the slap happened. Do you?
You know what? I to me, in my opinion, I mean,
Hmm.
only Will, you know, really knows why the snap, why
You don't
this slap
understand. You don't
happened.
understand why or how that happened.
No, no, so I understand it for
Well,
me,
all right,
but
so
it's just
say
my opinion, though. I'm not to say
that's.
that that's you know that's what
But
it is
that's what we
with
do.
him.
We have very little facts when we do this
Oh
podcast. There's
yeah,
a lot of
oh yeah,
opinions
oh
off
yeah.
of like a couple of facts.
Listen, my and like I shared with you privately, right? And I'm sharing with you on camera again.
So it's not private no more.
Yeah, definitely not private no more.
Okay.
My thing with Will, bro, you sat at that red table and then snap.
Okay, here we go. Go ahead. Go
You
ahead.
feel me?
Go ahead. Yeah.
You sat at that, and because you know what it is?
Mhm.
Because quote unquote, for him, it was the right thing to do, right?
Mhm.
Because as a man,
Mhm.
majority of the time, we're in a position of just being takers, takers, takers. You know, let me say that because when it comes to men and females, females have a whole lot more leeway on certain
But
things.
I'm
When
confused.
we reaction, we weak. That
I'm
was a weak
sorry.
move.
One second. One second. You said takers, takers, takers.
We take
I need
things
clear.
get done to us
I need.
and we
Oh,
expected
okay.
things. Okay, things
Okay. Okay.
happen to us.
Okay.
We're being whether it's disrespected, whether it's taken for granted, whatever it is, and we're just supposed to know how to handle it. We're
Mhm.
supposed to know how to just move around with it. We're supposed to be very forgiving. We're supposed to be in control of our emotions,
Mm.
control with the way we act.
Yep.
You know, at the end of the day, we forget that men are people and we're humans too.
Right.
Everybody has a breaking point.
Right.
To me, I just felt like when that joke happened, if you notice, he was laughing.
Yes. Absolutely.
He only switched up once he turned around and saw that look on Jada's face.
So listen, bro. You know that look.
I
I
know that look.
I know that look.
Yeah, we all knew that look.
Edwin, you know that look, Edwin? He's shaking his head.
He's
Yes,
shaking
he
his head.
knows
Yeah,
that look.
yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
and by all means, right?
Hmm.
Again, I need this is probably gonna be the last time I reiterate this, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I just need to talk about how we feel about it, right?
yeah, yeah,
He was wrong.
yeah.
Last time I'm saying that. So with everything else I say, please keep that in mind while you're watching the episode.
Facts.
When you receive that look
Yeah.
from your wife, that look of disgust with anything that she feels like you can manipulate to make her feel better about it,
Mm.
and you do nothing, when you walk inside that home, you are walking into hell.
Before you walk in the home, bro, the
Right? The
moment you
car
get in the
ride
car,
home, the car ride
the car
home,
ride home's gonna be
the
the
silence,
most.
the silence is so loud. When you get that first comment or question that cuts you at your core. Come on,
Yo, I have a question,
fellas, don't
bro.
act like y'all know what I'm talking about, and ladies don't act like y'all never did that.
I have a question.
Go
Where do women get this silent treatment thing from? Where does that come from? I need to know the background story. Like
you're gonna have to ask them in the comments.
where does it please answer me, please, ladies, do me a favor and be honest. Just let me know where does that come from that you think that it is okay to treat a grown man, right? Your husband, the person who provides for you, protects you by any means necessary, even when he out here looking stupid, right?
Like Will,
Like, where does the treating them like a little boy come from? Like putting them on a timeout and silent treatment. Like, what happened to using words to express how it is you might be feeling? Like, why do I have to guess?
well, let me, this, I don't know, because I don't
Because you
know.
expect me to tell you how I feel. You expect me to
Right.
to tell you what is and what it's not. But then with you is you get to do this, and then you say, well, obviously
Let's,
you could tell that I've been a little cold. Yeah, duh.
let's dive deeper, right, man?
Will needs therapy, bro.
He
I'm
definitely,
afraid for that brother,
he
bro. I'm
does,
afraid. I'm
he
afraid for
does,
that brother.
he does.
He's really
He
hurting.
needs his own independent therapy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Aside from his wife, he needs to be able to
yeah.
talk freely in a safe space
Yeah.
and really says how he feels. And I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to get unpacking and start
Hmm.
at his childhood, right?
Yeah.
He has a memoir out, it's sitting at the top of my bookshelf because
Yeah.
I'm even with this, I'm still a huge fan of Will Smith and his and please can we please jump off our high horse? Before I get to my point, can we stop acting like we're holier than thou?
Yeah, now
Some
everybody
of
makes
y'all
decisions,
curse
man.
y'all family members out for telling y'all facts.
Facts, facts,
Some
super
of y'all tell
facts.
y'all parents they can't tell you what to do, and y'all be
Mm-hmm.
disgusted and
Yeah,
don't talk to them for years and don't visit them on holidays.
that's crazy.
So stop trying to demonize this man for off of one, yes, very, very huge public act that we
Yeah,
saw. You want to diminish his character to that one moment, and I get that that happens in our society today,
yeah,
but I refuse to accept that. Now, going into it, when he was a child, he grew up in a household to where he watched his mother be abused
yeah.
day in and day out,
Mm-hmm.
and he talks about how he never had the courage to intervene, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he always had this notion about him where we talk
Mm-hmm.
about putting a cape on now as a
Yeah,
grown
yeah,
man wanting
yeah,
to save women,
yeah.
wanting to be a pleaser.
Mm.
Because it's not just now that he has never been enough for Jada. Let's just call it what it is. It's been since they got together. He's been fighting with a ghost the entire time. The ghost by
Tupac.
the name of Tupac,
Yep. And
right?
Tupac's dead, bro, and it's still, bro. When it, yo,
And again, no,
oh my
it's no
lord,
excuses, but we have to talk about
nah.
how the mentality and the masculinity has
Mm-hmm,
been
mm-hmm,
broken down over the years. And yes, he is at fault and she is at fault.
yeah,
And the reason why he's at fault is because he stayed and he allowed it and he took it. And whenever he took is what their marriage became today.
yeah, yeah. And the thing
Ah, man,
is,
I hate to say that, man, but it's the
bro,
truth.
listen. The thing about it is, when you live a public life, right, in the public eye,
Hmm.
you don't actually get to choose which part of your life
But
that you.
forget about it even
Uh,
being public. I'm just talking about the dynamics of them, how they treat one another,
yeah,
how he treats her in public versus how she treats him in public. Lets you know how it is inside the household.
facts. Yeah, that is true. And there's a lot of things we don't. To be honest with you, I feel that Will has even some bigger issues that
Hmm.
has like nothing to do with Jada.
Of
It's
course,
just that his relationship with Jada did not help the situation
no,
at all, right?
which
Because
is
like talking
which is
about
why I
his,
brought out that first part,
yeah, yeah,
right?
about
Again,
his upbringing and
ladies,
everything like
not
that.
not
So
bashing Jada, not
no,
bashing Jada. She's just a part of Will's story.
yeah, she's
All
just a
right,
part of his story,
a
but
huge
but
part.
a very huge part, very huge
25
part.
years or
But
something like that.
unfortunately, with men, right? I believe that Will needs a man's man around him.
Mm.
Like I saw the little clip
Like
of like
Denzel.
Denzel like pulling him to the side. I'm like, he needs a man's man. He needs somebody that can, like, speak, that life into him,
Hmm.
because he's really still, by any means necessary, looking for something from his wife
Hmm. That he's never gonna get.
that he's never going to get.
Right.
He's really not. He's really not. And again, somebody like that who's very successful,
Hmm.
right? And this is why we say, money don't bring you happiness. We
Right.
say that all the time. And until you're in that position, you'll realize that you could work hard. You could be the greatest provider on earth. You could put your family in a nice house, have them driving a nice car, and financially be set. And guess what?
Y-
There always will be that one thing that, as a man, that you would want from your significant other.
You know you. So you. I know you don't know this, right? Because you don't. You don't. You're not tied into celebrities' lives or anything, right? But
Nah,
I pay attention to Will Smith, and all the things you're saying is exactly what he has experienced
man.
at their current compound. He named it her lake. She hates it.
Ugh.
The 40th birthday party they talk
Yeah,
about on the Red Table Talk. He wanted to have all these things
yeah,
for her, and Jada and the daughter Willow
yeah.
told Will that he did that party to feed his ego. I don't
Ugh.
know if that's true, and even if it's true, if it's not true, I don't know how you take that when you do something
You know
to
what?
celebrate someone.
Okay,
I
so
I want to unpack it a little bit
let's.
more
All right.
so we could talk
So
about
let's
the mental
unpack it.
makeup that he might currently have.
Let's unpack it. Let me. Okay. You know what? What I guess Willow and
Hmm.
Jada said, 99% is true. Let me tell you why it's true.
Okay.
Because for the simple fact, he probably feels he has to do all this lavish things, right?
Hmm.
To get that type of reaction that he's looking for from her. So he's willing to do whatever. But the thing about it is, if she's not the type, and again, I'm not blaming her,
Right,
right?
right, right.
But if she's not the type of woman who goes out her way to let Will know. Because I truly believe when you are married, when you have a husband and wife, it is your responsibility. Also, you play a big part on making sure that your partner is secure. You feel me? There are
Okay.
some things I do know. Every single one of us do have some level of insecurities that we battle with, right?
Yep.
But as you being the husband, you have a duty to make sure that you let your wife know, yo, babe, you're the one. Like, you have a level of making her feel secure on when it comes to the relationship.
Okay.
Period.
Right.
And it should be vice versa.
Okay. But
Maybe Will has never maybe heard the baby. I appreciate everything that you do
so
for
that
our
right. So that
family,
was
and I,
so that was gonna be my question. What as the man, we're talking about the men, right? Because he's responsible, right? On
yeah.
our last
But
episode,
does he know what she wants?
we spoke about accountability. So what he did, he has to be accountable for this.
He do. But my thing is, with Will, right? Many times I've come to realize that we tend to want to give people what we want to give them,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? But
Or
so
we
that's
give we
probably why
give
she said that.
or we give
Was that
what
something that
we
Jada
give what
wanted?
we love.
Yeah, what we love or what we think is gonna get a reaction.
Hmm.
You understand? Like, listen, if I walk into, a luxury, automotive spot, or I walk into, a place that sells the Birkin bag and all of that, I'm in there
Right.
before I swipe my card.
Right.
I'm already thinking about the type of react. I'm be quite frankly with you,
Right.
right? I'm bringing this to the person that I love is because I'm also already premeditated the reaction. See, I'm the type of man, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I feed off reaction.
But who? What person doesn't when they feel
Some
like
people
when they
don't.
no
Some
no
people
no?
may not.
Come on. When you feel like you're giving
Yeah.
something that should be deemed as important or exciting,
But who's to say that though?
I said when you
Uh
when
huh.
you feel like you're giving something that
Yeah.
you would deem important or exciting,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you
But
want a reaction.
yeah, that's you.
You
You
want a
want a reaction,
reaction.
but when you're dealing with a completely, totally different person, you know what it is? Some people just struggle with showing or just being affectionate. Period. Some people really struggle with that, or
Yeah.
or they think you may just be real dry.
Listen, I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do.
You know what I'm
That's one
saying?
of my weak points. But I love hard, but affection is not a part of me loving hard.
You know what? So here comes the problem though.
Hmm.
If your wife deems it is,
Right.
then there's the issue. There's
Absolutely.
the issue, right?
Absolutely.
So my thing is, we should. This is why I said, both parties plays a part on securing their partner.
Correct.
If you know, okay, this is something that you struggle with. For example, right, the affection, right? You struggle with
Listen,
that,
I'm not saying I'm like
right?
some.
No, no, I'm not.
I'm not saying I'm like a rock.
No, no,
Like
no,
I'm
no, no, no,
just,
no, 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 no. But listen, could be better,
But for what my wife
of
needs,
course. Yeah.
I know I
But my
struggle. I
thing
know.
is, if this is something that she like excels
It make me uncomfortable, man.
in,
I'm being honest.
but the thing about it is, we have to learn to love people
Yeah,
in
it's
their
because
language.
love should be selfless.
It should be
It
selfless,
should be
but
selfless.
you have to love the person in their
So look, for
language.
me, affection might be slapping on her butt, boom, holding her hand in public,
Yeah, it's probably
rubbing,
more than
rubbing.
that, but yeah, that's a
You know what I'm
start.
saying? I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
rub.
yeah.
Hey, brother, I don't know what kids might be watching, but holding her,
We're gonna let you know where you came from, y'all. Go ahead.
rubbing her lower back. You know what I'm saying?
The yams,
Kissing,
yammies, some
kissing on her neck. That's all
yammy
a part
tammy
of
from Miami.
part of affection, right? And let's say Jada needs those things, and if Will doesn't give that, and he replaces it with a lavish party and lavish
Yeah,
things, I understand.
I mean, listen, their whole relationship to me, there's so many dynamics
That we
and
can't
there's
even
so many
truly
things that
talk
we can't
about
even
because we
talk
don't even
about.
know.
We don't know, but what we've seen
You,
in public,
but
bro,
can
there's
I,
a lot.
but
There's a
can I
lot.
say something?
There's a
Somebody
lot.
said to me that
Yeah.
they put their relationship in public view, and I'm just like, what? Correct me if I'm wrong, and I want people in the comments to correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Uh-huh.
But everything involving their marital relationship
Hmm.
status and however they got down was
Hmm.
all speculation until August did that interview. Am I right or wrong about that?
It,
Wasn't it all rumors until that interview came out and then they went to Red Table Talk?
Yeah, I think it was all rumors,
Okay.
but again, where
No,
there's
no,
smoke,
hold
right?
on,
There's
hold on,
fire.
hold on, hold
Uh huh.
on, because
Uh
we
huh.
gotta stick with that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
said very little facts. That
Hmm.
is a fact that it was a rumor,
Yeah, yes. It
but
was. It was a rumor,
right,
but when it went to the red table,
it became facts.
it was
And
confirmed.
and what I'm saying to that point is everybody saying, well, they put their relationship in the public only after August outed that he had a relationship with Jada. Before that, everything we heard was speculation.
Yeah, but why do you think it was to save face, right? Now we're going to the red
I mean,
table, right?
whatever,
To
whatever,
save face.
whatever, whatever,
Listen, in
whatever. I don't
relationships,
care about
bro,
that.
there's a thing called Pandora's box.
Yeah, it was
Once you
open.
open up
Yeah.
Pandora's box, man, listen, there's gonna be things coming from all types
So
of directions,
so
bro.
listen, right? Because even Jada in that moment talks about not wanting love to feel like a box, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Will said that he was more of a conventional one wife, one husband type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys could take that whichever way. I'm not gonna
Okay,
elaborate
if
on
that's
that.
what
I
he
don't want
said,
nobody.
how do you think he felt sitting at
I'm
that
just saying,
red table
my man looked like
with
he,
that face
my man looked
on?
like he smoked a whole
he-
bogey
I'm gonna be honest with you.
and
He looked
and
like
dub by himself
he wanted to go across that table.
and snatched the. No, I'm
He
not even gonna go there. I was about to say something.
listen.
I was
He
about to
looked like he wanted to go across that table. But guess what? As
look,
a
man.
man, if he did that, he would be crucified,
But that's why he
put
wanna.
on a cross. And
That's
guess
why
what?
he wanna
Will
cross that stage.
handle exactly. Handle look. Handle how you feel. Handle your emotions and da 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 da. My
Listen,
man is a walking s- time bomb. Look like just he's near anything can trigger.
but you
Anything could be
know,
a trigger, bro.
but can I tell you something? You want to hear something scary? You know how many men are walking around that's walking time bombs?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
And
Will is just a public example,
he is.
but there are so many men that you know what they call it. You suffer in silence.
Yep.
There's a
Most
book.
men
There's a
suffer in
book I
silence.
read where a man goes into his cave, his mental cave,
Yeah.
right, to protect himself, and then
Yeah.
when he comes out, essentially, is only to hunt and to
Mm-hmm.
eat,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And those and think about when you gotta hunt and when you gotta eat, those are ferocious things.
Mm. It is.
You like
It's
y'all
gruesome.
understand? Y'all understand what I'm saying? So and again, we're just speaking. This is not fault. We're talking about what happened and things
Yeah.
that could contribute.
Yeah.
And don't say what you want about them having whatever type of marriage. Don't no man look like that across the table if they're happy with the fact that their wife was in that situation.
Fact. Yeah.
Whether if you
Yeah.
want to call it embarrassment from now having to really face that people know that this is going on, or for the fact that it really was that much that this other young gentleman had to go on an interview and talk about how it really affected his life that it didn't that he couldn't have access anymore.
Bro.
I'm just
Bro.
saying that is a
Bro.
lot to
The pride
unpack.
of a bro, the pride of a man, me alone, I can't speak for nobody, but you know how we are as men,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
We are, oh my God. We are like, listen, the way for him to sit here, every time I look at you, I'm
Mhm.
playing this thing,
Mhm.
right? Because man, our eyes
Listen, bro, I'm not.
are mine.
Listen, all I know is that there was a point in time, fellas. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Ladies, know what I'm talking about. Where August was online and he went
Mm,
he went viral.
mm,
So y'all ladies know what I'm talking about.
mm.
So Will Smith, if you know another dude online and he went viral, and that viral is now entering your wife's sacred nectar, I'm just saying, bro. We talking about pride. I mean,
Pride,
yo,
insecurities. First, it was the Tupac thing,
and
and
this.
now this, bro.
And so following
This
that, what
man.
happened following
Will
that in
please
social
get me.
media, bro?
Please get help,
What
bro.
what what
Please.
happened following that with Will Smith social media? What happened?
I forgot.
He became this. He became a punching bag for like 2 years.
Oh, bro, he's still a punching bag. He's still a punching bag. To
Listen,
be honest
man.
with you, he's still a punching bag. But can I tell you this? Can I tell you this? Will's a punching bag because everything happened publicly.
Right,
There are so
right.
many men who is going through exactly what Will Smith is going through.
Yeah,
And their saving grace, quote unquote, is the fact that
being a
it's being private.
yeah.
It's something that, like the
You
family don't
know,
know and other people is not
you know what's
exposed
crazy?
to.
I was watching Joe Rogan. Don't kill me, y'all. A Joe Rogan clip came up. Yes, I watched it. For all my brothers and sisters, I still love y'all. And the guy was saying like there's three types of Will Smiths,
Mm,
which is funny. I know two of them.
okay.
The famous Will Smith.
Yeah.
Then there's another Will Smith that's an athlete. There's actually an athlete Will Smith that you used to know, right? We're just talking about personalities pretty much, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And then there's a person that's not famous that's a Will Smith, and I know a Will Smith.
Yeah.
They were commenting on my status,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
So if you take the public Will Smith that we know as a celebrity, right,
Yeah.
and something happens to him, the world knows.
The world knows. Yeah.
If you take the athlete Will Smith and something happens to them, maybe a portion of the world knows.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you take the person Will Smith and something happens to him, maybe no one knows.
No one knows. If anything, bro, the smack was
Man,
offensive. It was
man,
not the right thing to do. But
it was
bro,
not. Yeah.
looking
Thank
at
God
this
he
whole
got.
big picture,
I'm
bro.
sorry to say, thank God he got it out.
Yeah, I
I
know it
hate
was
that,
wrong because,
Chris. I
bro,
love you, Chris.
he could have gotten it out the wrong way. He could have walked up to a building and just jumped off that building, bro.
Man, I
It could.
don't
I'm
see, but
telling you,
that's what
like, I
nobody,
don't want to
no
think
one wants,
about it, but let's be
but no
honest,
one wants to talk
bro.
about that.
Because when your breaking point comes up, bro, you don't know
You
how you're
have,
gonna react. You do not know
thank you,
what you're gonna do.
thank
You
you.
have no idea. I'm telling you,
Tell
it
these
was
people to get off
just,
the high horse.
bro.
Thank
And
you.
again, I'm not condoning. I'm not,
Of
celebrating
course
what
not.
he
Of
did or
course,
anything like that. But it's just a simple fact, bro. I see the hurt. Like I see it. I know it.
bro.
You understand? I
Joel,
see it.
can we just come on? Let's. All right, we always real, right?
Gotta keep it
Think
real, man.
about you've been married for some years.
Yeah.
I've been married for some years.
Yeah.
Just think about that most hurtful thing
Oh,
that you
yeah.
had to find out.
Yep.
I'm thinking about it.
Yep.
I could cry right now.
Yep.
Could you cry right now?
Of course.
Do you want to punch something right now?
Punch this wall here
Right?
if I owned it.
Right? But here we are with the ability
That's
of
because you
being
have to
who.
learn to deal with
But
it.
here we are with the ability being who we are,
Mm-hmm.
known to whatever social media people
Yeah.
we have to deal with that,
Mm-hmm.
and sit in hindsight and be
Yeah.
able to say that.
Yeah.
So with everyone looking at Will Smith, you're home, you're on your couch, you don't have his problems, you don't have
No.
his pressure.
No.
Of course, you could say, "Oh, that's soft, weak," and it is,
Yeah.
and you could
Yeah.
try to demonize him.
Yeah.
But who knows how you deal with things when
Nah,
something like
you
that
wouldn't
affects
know.
you,
If you put that, if that was you in that
bro? Think,
situation, you probably would have did worse.
I know, bro. I
You probably
know.
would have wanted to meet him
Listen,
at the parking lot. They probably would have had dragged you out.
exactly.
You probably would have picked up a chair trying to. You would. I don't know, man.
Exactly. You asking
Listen,
for the address?
nobody knows.
Thank you.
Nobody knows. And to be
Thank
honest with
you.
you, it only takes 1 second for you to lose your cool, lose control, and end up
Listen.
doing something that you will, literally regret. Listen, he's remorseful. He knew that it was
Yes,
the wrong
he
thing to do.
apologized. Yep.
But at the same token, the next thing I needed Will to say is, I am now seeking help. I realize
Yeah.
that I got some things that I need to deal with my family, and I got some things I got
Yeah.
to deal with personally.
Can we?
Because the thing about it is, I'm gonna be honest with you, you can tell that Will is the type of person who struggles with being alone.
Yeah.
And because he might feel like Jada's like the greatest thing, because at
Well,
the end of the day, let me tell you something. At the end of the day,
so you talking about
even if somebody treats you like crap,
abandonment
he has
issues.
abandonment issues.
Mhm.
You could tell. You could definitely tell he
Mhm.
has abandonment issues. Because I'm telling you this, with the whole that August situation, if that, bro, if you listen, the
But
thing
that's
that I
what,
need
and
him
then,
to say right
and
now, truly feel, I have some work that I need to do with myself. Because
listen,
guess what? Let's replace Chris Rock with a routine traffic stop with a cop who got a bad mouth, who said something like that to Will, and he snaps. This does not go well for him.
and that's when I'm.
This does not
And
go
that's
well
where
for
I'm
him.
talking about where I said the three different type of wills,
That's
all
not
different
good for him. He
scenarios,
needs
right?
help. He needs help. He has
Can
abandonment
we?
issues. He has a lot of insecurities. And
Yeah.
the type
He's
of
been
people
he's
that
been
he's surrounded
he's been
by,
emasculated.
yes, and the type of people that he's surrounded by, they are not doing anything to protect him in his weakness. See, when you with somebody, right? I'm supposed to cover you in your weakness, and vice versa.
Right.
But when you have somebody who exploits your weakness, like honestly, I don't know what was that mindset. I would have never personally went and did that red table talk. There is no way in the world.
I don't even want to like that. That was hard to
That like,
watch.
bro, for you to sit here,
That was hard
bro,
to
it's
watch.
like
Yeah.
I get it. He without
Yeah.
sin throw the first stone, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like Steven, allowing you to take me to the woodshed
Right.
and just stone me like that, and then I gotta go out in public.
I
And
much
deal
rather
with
be
peer.
Paul and start cutting ears off. I'm just
Bro,
saying.
listen.
I'm
I'd
just
rather
saying.
be
I'm
Peter,
saying.
bro. I'd rather be Peter cut some ears. You
Yeah,
know,
say so.
let's. I ask for forgiveness later, man. But I'm not. Nah, nah. You see, the
Yeah,
thing is, every man should know their level.
yeah,
You should know how much you can take, and if you got somebody in your life, you need to be aware of that person's meter, because
yeah.
everybody has a meter. And again, when it comes to being in the public eye,
Hmm.
we have to secure one another. We really do. We
Well,
really have to protect one another. We have to.
which is why,
Will, please get some help, bro.
which is why
Please
I
get some
can
help.
disagree with his action and still want to shower him with love.
Yeah, I do. But can I tell you something? You might not agree with this, but years ago I told my wife this. I was like, if you ever put yourself in a position
Hmm.
to be disrespected,
Hmm.
to me, I feel like, and you might not agree, and everybody not agree, is fine. But here's this: I know too many men. I know of too many men who are either one in jail or dead
Right.
because of a woman, because of an action of a woman.
Uh, ho-
There
They
has been wars
they're gonna tell you that
started.
they're gonna tell you that you woman bashing and
I'm not
woman
woman
blaming. I'm
bashing, but
just saying.
it is what it is.
I'm
Emmett
just saying.
Till is dead
Don't
because
forget.
of an
Don't
action
forget about Helen of Troy.
of
She
a
destroyed the
woman.
whole civilization.
Okay, Helen of Troy destroyed a whole colony, a whole civilization. All right, I'm gonna tell you this. I told her this from day one, and
Delilah.
she'll tell you, and she'll tell
Don't
you,
talk
and
about
she'll tell you,
Delilah.
and she'll tell you,
What Bathsheba was doing. I'm
and,
just saying.
and she'll tell you if you put yourself in a position.
Uh-huh.
See, look, I don't stand for no man,
Hmm.
whoever it is, to disrespect my wife, my woman, my daughter, any woman that's around me.
Right.
But if you went into that man's space, put yourself in a position for him to do that, don't come over here looking for me to what do you want me to do? How'd you end up over there? How did you end up over there? If I'm your man, if I'm your this, how are you in another man's space?
Can we just say that the joke wasn't even all right? So the joke wasn't bad, but it was a bad joke. And
Bro,
what I mean by
it
that
didn't warrant a
was
smack.
no. What I mean by that was that it wasn't it wasn't a bad joke. Like it wasn't terrible,
Yeah.
but it was a bad joke because to me it wasn't even funny. It was just carrying on. But listen, can I make it clear that I love jokes, and most jokes are cruel and are filled with truth.
Bro,
I mean,
like when you go
we
to
joke,
roasting and when you, bro, it's part of, bro,
but
this is
hey,
nothing new.
you know when the joke is not funny, right? When the
Mm.
joke is on you. And
Listen,
a lot of people they laugh. Hold on. Let me get this off real
yeah,
quick.
yeah,
Because a
yeah,
lot of people, right?
yeah,
They laugh at all these jokes, and we do. I'm guilty of it. I can admit it because
yeah,
I
yeah,
love jokes.
yeah, yeah,
And guess what? I
yeah.
laugh about a lot of things that don't affect me, but there's
Facts.
somebody out there that might have watched it
Yeah,
and
you're
it
right.
affects them,
You're right.
right? So for everybody sitting back and they want to downplay alopecia and how she
Mhm,
may have felt,
mhm.
I think that's hypocritical.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had people DM me
Mhm,
saying, "Hey, I struggle with alopecia, and this is how I feel about it."
mm.
So, in regards, you can't tell someone how offended they could feel about
Yeah.
something that involves their life.
Nah.
Warrant a smack? No, because it's
Yeah.
illegal,
Nah.
right? And nobody
Nah.
put hands on you. But however,
Listen.
you
At
should
the end of
feel
the
offended.
day, you have the right to feel the way that you feel. Listen,
Right.
growing up, I look, it's even in my first book.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that actually played a part of me even playing,
I
going
told him
through
I was gonna
battling
told him I was gonna need a lot of water.
battling depression, everything like that. You know what? Man, the kids in school was so cruel. Talking about,
Right.
when I put lotion on, I look like a patent leather couch.
Right.
When I jump into a swimming pool, everybody yell out oil spill. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But guess what? All these people though,
Hmm.
it's one of those where are they
Where are
now?
they now?
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But listen, people, you're right, you're right. But you have to channel your 8 mile spirit, right? Because isn't that the rabbit did? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Yeah.
the moment that I'm dark skinned, but I'm handsome.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ask
Right.
about me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you have to channel, you have to kind of like rise above it. And I get it, but this was too much of a hurdle for Will to rise up, because I feel like
Well,
this man,
it was a straw
this
that broke
man,
the camel's
yeah,
back,
bro,
man.
it could, listen, to be honest with you,
It could have been anything.
it could,
At
listen,
that moment, I believe it could have been anything, and that's
bro,
what
Chris Rock could have just
people focus.
laughed,
People,
at
right?
his wife,
That's why I'm
and
like,
that would have set him off.
that's why it's so deep. And again, I agree with you about. We're gonna talk about Will getting help. We're just gonna talk about men in general. We
Yeah.
got a couple of minutes
Will,
left, so we're gonna do that.
please get some help,
But
Will,
people
please.
talking about the joke. It's not the
It's not
joke.
about the
It's
joke. To
not
be
the
honest, it's
joke.
not. And if
That
you think it's
man.
about the joke, you've missed the whole
Listen,
thing.
somebody, they was at the red carpet at the Oscars. Somebody could have hugged his wife the wrong way and it could have set him off, whatever
Duh.
insecurity. But I'm
Duh.
just saying, everybody's focusing on the joke. The joke is just
I'm like, ooh,
was just
Jada.
the joke was a very very small byproduct of
Yeah.
what occurred.
Yeah.
I'm saying that mentally, this man, this very high value, successful
Mm-hmm.
black man,
Yeah, because he's considered high value, right?
was at the edge of the cliff, like you
He
said, that
was.
building. He was
And
already
that thing just
at the cliff, one leg off. He was already one leg off,
yeah,
dangling, and
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
catapulted him.
yeah, yeah,
But can we do need to normalize? We've been serious the whole time with a little bit
yeah,
of jokes, but we do need to normalize in our community
yeah,
making mental health a priority.
yeah.
And I say that because
We
guess
need
what?
therapy,
A
bro.
lot of people are laughing at the
Mm-hmm.
fact that he did that.
Yeah.
But let's not forget, I
It's
talked
not.
about him being a punching bag, right?
Yeah.
And I saw a graphic too that it's true. And I'm gonna say our woman, because I'm sorry, ladies, I got to be general, right? They want the vulnerability, and society wants the vulnerability, and they want to get rid of toxic masculinity, right? But I remember when Tyrese was online
Crying, right?
crying about
His daughter was
not
his
seeing his
daughter,
daughter
something
for
like that.
2 years,
Yeah.
and
He
we
became a
laughed,
meme, right?
we
We laughed
laughed,
at
we
that. That's all we
laughed,
do. That's all we
we
do. And this is
laughed.
why, as men, we do the best that we can to never put ourselves in that situation. And also, too, right? If I allow myself to be vulnerable next to you, right? Then now you start looking at me like, man, like man up. Like you
Right,
start now I'm starting to feel like
and
I've lost something when it
right,
comes to you. Like you no longer look at me the same way. Like this is why I say it again. It is the job of both husband and wife, man and woman,
hmm
to create a safe environment
right,
for their significant other. You
right,
have to. You have to. But when you have so many people here, the spirit of comparison,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You
Oh,
have that
come on.
making you feel like that you inadequate, that you
Comparison is a
this,
stealer of
that.
what?
Oh my God,
Stealer of joy,
joy, of
everything,
course,
many
man,
things, right?
and a lot, man. It's
Listen, man.
bro.
Right?
We as men,
Yeah.
guys, listen. I don't know how we're gonna go about it, but we can no longer just sit back and just take, and just suffer in silence because just as Will snatch,
Yeah.
we could do even worse.
Right.
So if something's bothering you,
Granted,
please. I know you know what? Can I say this real quick?
go ahead,
Let me
go
say
ahead,
this.
go ahead.
That I've also learned that there's a lot of men who thinks one that therapy is a waste of time or it's a taboo thing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, trust me, you need therapy or you need at least somebody in your life that
Mm-hmm.
you feel comfortable enough to speak. Sometimes I just call this man right here or I call my best friend and I'm pissed. Whether
Mm-hmm.
I'm pissed at my wife, whether I'm pissed at the church, I'm pissed at life or what's going on.
Wait. Hold on. You say you call me or your best friend?
Yeah,
So I'm not your best friend?
you are my best friend.
Nah, you just said or your best friend. Hold on. I gotta pause it. Hold on.
See, here we go. Here we go.
Hold on.
Guys, I got two best friends,
Oh,
man.
okay.
All right.
I was just
Eugene
saying.
is my best friend, and he knows my other best friend. I don't know why he did that. He knows my best friend, right? But anyways,
But you see, I know his best friend. Wow. Not other best friend. I know his best friend. Anyway.
you see this?
Anyway.
This is why Chris Rock had to get slapped. This is nah, but for real, you need somebody that you can take your mask off, take your hat off, and just like, yo, bro, you ain't gonna believe this. You and you can't be polite with it. Like you pissed.
You gotta be raw.
You gotta be raw. Listen,
if you're not raw in that moment,
because you gotta let it out.
Like
you have to let it out.
You're
you
like
have
that
to purge
soda.
yourself.
You keep shaking that soda up.
But yeah, don't open the top.
And then
don't open the top.
Right? When somebody dares to open that top, it just goes everywhere and it makes a mess.
It do.
And if you don't handle it, you make a mess of your life.
But you know what's bad though, guys? And I'm glad that's a great analogy. I love that.
Oh,
and this is why we have to get therapy because what would happen, guys, will end up spilling all over somebody who never shook us.
Which Chris Rock happened to be the person I got.
Ooh,
come on now.
That's bars right
that's
there.
That's what happened.
Because you have people that come in and all they do,
Rock,
they shake you. But then here comes the innocent person that just opened up the bottle.
Chris Rock took that slap for Will's embarrassment, for his abandonment, for the let's call it
Red
what it
table,
is, for the
blue
bullying,
table,
for the
black
bullying.
table, white
Can
table.
we call it what it is? Since everybody always wanna for the bullying he received online. That's what it is. I don't care what y'all say. That's what it was, whether he got money or not. That was bullying.
And stop lying, talking about, oh, it don't bother me.
Come
Yes,
on.
it
Yes, it
does.
does.
You see him too. Just like we see the meme,
Just
I
like
know you see it.
there's a video where Jada was talking about how not having her hair didn't bother her, and how she accepted to embrace that.
Mm.
We clearly saw at the Oscars that
It
that
did.
was a lie,
That was a lie.
right?
Exactly.
What more?
Be honest,
What more
bro.
say?
Be
Lie
honest.
detector test determined.
That was a lie.
You know what I'm
Be
saying?
honest. And that's the thing. We're not having any more honest conversations.
Well,
We're not being honest with
we're
ourselves
trying to be honest today.
because we're just so busy playing a part, right? It's like what the society wants us, and let's just put that mask on,
Man,
right? If we want to go viral, this is what we're gonna have to do. Many
you
people do
know,
things for clout. They're doing just about anything. It makes no sense. We need therapy. Listen, you might be looking at this, you be like, well, I don't believe in therapy because the therapists, they got issues of their own. Yeah, they do.
they
Just
do.
like every therapist need a therapist, you need a therapist.
Can I?
Everybody needs a place that they can go
Yeah,
where
man.
they sit on the couch, lay on
Yeah.
the couch, whatever it is, and just
Even
yo,
if you don't say nothing,
I can't stand that woman.
just breathe.
Like
If you could
she's
just breathe with some
and I'm
peace.
telling you, it'll make you feel good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta wait 3 o'clock in the morning, go down your driveway and break some plates. Whatever you gotta do. Because the thing is, because if I don't do that, I'm gonna end up in jail or dead.
Yeah. Or sometimes you gotta go to the gym and just lift as much
Yes,
weight as you can lift.
yes.
Just lift as
So you
much weight
can't move your
until
limbs
until you go
the
back
next day.
until you go back home physically hurting but emotionally and mentally
Emotionally, you
clear.
good, bro. Let me tell you something. My kids pissed me off yesterday so bad. As soon as moms got home, I was like, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to, and you know what? I got to the gym. I started working out. Then I started playing basketball with the guys. And bro, when I got back home, I took that nice shower.
Yeah.
I felt
Let it
great
all.
because if I did not,
Hmm.
sometimes as men, we have to know I need to remove myself here, even if it's just for an
But
hour, for 2 hours, for 3 hours.
that comes with admitting that
Yeah,
something
yeah.
actually bothered
Yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah. Well, you should
right?
have just went to the bathroom, bro. Like,
Listen,
don't go on that stage.
listen,
Like,
man.
nah,
I'm a
man.
I'm a echo what you said
But I'm glad
about.
this happened, though.
I mean, yeah.
I'm actually
I'm
glad.
glad this
I'm
because,
glad
like you said, it could have been
it
worse.
could have been worse. I'm glad that it was. If something happened, that it was this. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Chris Rock, man. That
Yeah, he took
the
it like a
level
champ.
of
Up, yeah,
professionalism
for
and
sure.
honesty, you could tell that Chris, even though he was frustrated a little bit, he also realized that man is
That was a
going
man in
through.
crisis.
Yeah, that's a man of crisis,
Cause
and
you
I'm hoping
Chris
something gets done.
Chris was really about to get into his comedic bag,
Yeah,
and
he stopped
he
himself.
said, you know, what? I could tell, and
Yeah,
he
yeah, he was about to because what he said,
listen,
he's like,
man.
"Damn, Will Smith just smacked that," and then Pookie was about to come out,
Yeah,
but then you could tell he was like, "Okay,
I'm gonna echo therapy again.
yeah,
I said before too.
yeah,
I'm looking into getting into therapy myself.
yeah.
And what I want to take the last couple of minutes to talk about something else, right? Can we can I get a couple of points off real quick,
Of
and then
course, yeah, yeah,
you go right in,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah."
Can we stop saying this was the blackest Oscars ever? Can we not equate violence and ignorance with
With
black
black,
people?
yeah, what the
Can we please stop
pilgrims?
saying that we did this at the Oscars as if we acted up in front of Master, as if we acted up in front of our
See,
can we stop? And I'm not saying my mind is better than anybody else's, but I'm trying to give you perspective of how ignorant that actually is when you make statements of
yeah,
that black people are equated with violence and
mm-hmm.
have to be goody two shoes in front of somebody unless we'll never get invited back to the party. Can we not say it was a Source Awards, meaning we're
Wow,
downplaying the source, which was actually very successful and black
yeah,
owned? Can we stop
yeah,
doing that? Can I tell y'all right now
mm,
that I'm not accepting that?
get
That I
him,
refuse to talk to anybody that likes to talk about it in that way or manner.
get
As
him.
a black man sitting here with my black brother,
That's right,
with
get
black
him.
viewers, can we stop doing that?
Yeah, man. And it's sad, bro, because that's really shows how we view ourselves. And that's sad. This is why we as a community, we need therapy.
Yes.
I'm going to repeat it again, guys. Get you some help, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Keeping it inside bottled up, I'm going to be honest with you, it is not helping you, right?
Yeah.
That's like when you clean your house, you just sweep all the garbage under the bed, right? You come in the room, you don't see it. That doesn't mean the room is clean. Because the
Mm-hmm.
moment that somebody's gonna push that bed, and the moment that somebody pushes that bed, everything that you've been hiding under the
Everything.
bed is going to come to light. So again, Some of us, especially in relationship, you need a safe space. All right, you need to be talking to somebody that can direct you in the right path as well
Hmm.
too. Because if you're speaking with people who all they ever do is just agree with you, agree with you, agree with you. Listen, sometimes me and Eugene, I don't know why I say Eugene.
Yo,
Sometimes me and
he
Gene.
is about. Yo, that is two strikes, y'all. I'm about to put this brother on timeout. First, he's telling me
Yo.
about this other phantom best friend,
Oh God.
and now he's calling me Eugene. Y'all know how I feel about that.
Yo, sometimes me and G talk, bro, and sometimes listen. I wait for him, he put his thing out, and vice versa, same
Hmm.
thing. And guess what? Then afterwards, I'm gonna have to listen. I know you know this, right? And he'll tell me, listen, I know I don't got to tell you this, but da 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 da. But at that moment,
Right.
we're not trying to hear, what I'm
Nah.
saying, the real
Right.
thing. But we know to give each other that space to put it all out there. But at the end of the day, though,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna tell him anything that's gonna like break his family apart or put his son at jeopardy. No, at the end of the day, I might have to tell him some things that he might not want to hear after I've given him the space.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To get everything out. Just know, yo, I'm not crazy. Like, cause sometimes the way we feel as men, we may think like I'm crazy. This is why I gotta call him. Like, yo, bro, let me
Yeah.
know if I'm bugging out. Let me know if I'm dreaming about this. If
Right.
this is something I'm making up, or did I read to this
And
wrong? Because
and you just said it. As wealthy and as powerful as Will Smith is, he was never given or never took the time to
no,
create the space
no,
to where he could express himself truly
no.
about things that were bothering him.
He's an entertainer. And when you're an entertainer, you always feel like you have to entertain in order to do this. I remember I forgot who I was talking to, but then and I forgot what the conversation was, but it came up to a point of me feeling like um I'm always having to prove myself.
Well, that's you talking about Will Smith or yourself.
I'm talking about me. And
That's
and
that's
that's also
exactly how
real
that
me.
brother feels. So yeah.
And that's exactly how Will Smith. And to be honest with you, and even till now, like, I mean, I've gotten a whole lot better, but I'm be lying to you if I told you that I got it all in check. No, because every single day,
Hmm.
waking up, I feel like it's like I have to prove myself to my family.
Hmm.
I have to prove myself to those around me.
Right.
It's just, I have to. If I'm ever less of who everybody expects me to be, I'm looked upon, I'm frowned upon. Like sometimes, like especially as a pastor, I don't get to have a mental
Isn't I was
breakdown.
about to say, isn't that like a daunting task?
It
Because the thing
is.
is,
It
if
is.
you stop trying to prove yourself, especially as a man, there are just some things that do not get done. And when things don't get done, foundations could begin to crack.
Crack. Yeah.
So the pressure that you have in doing that and sometimes not being
And when
allotted
you've
that
been doing it
space
for so long,
is dangerous.
it is a dangerous space.
We're gonna echo it again, man. We're gonna say, I'm telling y'all now, I
Therapy.
trust me,
Get
I really been
therapy.
I've been looking into therapy for myself as well,
Therapy.
just to
Therapy.
have a judgment free zone like Planet Fitness.
Facts.
Even though
Facts.
Planet Fitness they judge you.
Facts.
Um,
Facts. Facts. Shout out to
but
24-hour fitness though.
facts. Shout out to Eggs. We out here. TT. Shout out to Eggs Fitness. Y'all know who you
Yo,
are.
that's a dope gym, man.
Yeah. You
And
want to
shout
say
out to everybody, man, that's wearing that genetics brand out
yes?
there,
We
man.
almost
And
sold
the
out
UK and all of
the
that. He
sweatsuit and
got the
all that.
new
We sold.
sweatsuit
Yeah.
out. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody that's supporting the Redemption brand.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody that's helping me build this
Hold
medical
on.
center in Haiti.
Yes, the medical center guys. Don't
Yes, guys, we're
forget.
gonna be working on
We
that
still we
second
still
level.
got the link, right?
Yeah, yeah, of
We're gonna put
course,
the
of
link down in
course.
this
Yeah,
description. All
please.
proceeds of one of the redemption collections
Mm-hmm.
goes to the
Mm-hmm.
facility out in Haiti.
Yep.
There's also progress pictures as
Of
well.
course, of
So you
course.
guys can see the work that's being done.
Yep.
Nobody's stealing your money. It's
Nah.
going to people that need it. We're trying to
Facts.
feed and take care of people. And also, what do I want to say, man? Shout out to I Daydream Studios.
Yes, yes, yes. Shout out, man.
Huge
First
shout
time
out.
here, man, and it
First
already
time
feels
here.
like home, bro.
It
It
already
already
feels
feels
like
like
home.
home. Love it, love it. Shout out to Super E.
Yes, the E. All right. Listen, y'all. Please, man. We love some great feedback on this. It's
Yeah,
free to share. It's free to comment. It's free to subscribe. This is breakfast. I can't even talk right now because I'm hungry.
facts.
Breakfast with bros.
Yeah, but it's about to be dinners with bros
Yeah,
in a few.
let's go get
So
something to eat, man.
let's go get something
All
to
right,
eat. Most
later, y'all.
definitely. Yeah, no salads.